Hi, my name is Mike Ward. I'm the Global Director of Content at Scrip, Pink Sheet and In Vivo. We're here at the Biotech Showcase 2018, a meeting that runs parallel with the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference, which is the traditional kickoff for the pharmaceutical industry and investors and biotechs, where they sort of talk about some of the issues that they face at the moment, as well as also it's an opportunity for them to share progress and also maybe start some deal negotiations. One of the interesting areas, which still proved to be a big challenge, is in the Alzheimer space. I'm joined by Konrad Glund, who's the co-founder and CEO of Probiodrug, a German company which is focusing on the Alzheimer space. So Konrad, it's about 2 years since we last spoke. So how is Probiodrug getting on in the Alzheimer's space?
Thanks for the intro. As you said, we are in the Alzheimer's space. It's a challenging space, looking back on the occasions, on the failures. Just recently, Pfizer went out of CNS. This was a message just prior to this conference. I think the last 2 years were very important for the company, and we could reach a number of milestones. And the most important has been that we have a readout on a 2A study of our new concept. And the new concept targets a modified Abeta. We call that pyroglutamate-Abeta. And the product we are speaking about is a small molecule. It inhibits the enzyme which transforms normal Abeta into the modified Abeta. And the modified Abeta starts aggregating and is a seed of the formation of these soluble Abeta oligomers. This molecule we have developed, or the concept we have developed from scratch. The molecule passed an extensive Phase I study where we learned about the safety and tolerability. We didn't reach the maximum tolerated dose in this study. We know the pharmacokinetics, and we can measure target occupancy with this because the enzyme is in the CSF. We can measure the residual enzyme activity, we can measure the drug concentration, and have a clear understanding what the target occupancy is. With that knowledge, we went into a 2A study, which is the first study of this compound in patients. We addressed early AD patients, and the intention of the study has been to use a high dose, and the highest dose possible from the Phase I, and to test safety, tolerability, and signs of early efficacy. We had a readout early in 2017, reported top-line data in June 2017, and had a presentation of the principal investigator. The principal investigator is Philip Skeltens from the Alzheimer Center of the University of Amsterdam. At the CTAD, Clinical Trials Alzheimer Disease Conference in Boston last November. So, and if I can comment on the outcome, we are very happy with the what we call exploratory efficacy outcome. From a quality perspective, we see really the same target occupancy we saw in the Phase I, which is a prerequisite of having the enzyme inhibited. And then we see in the spinal fluid, we see a movement of the pyroglutamate-Abeta oligomers, and we see a movement in the right direction of two biomarkers. One is neurogranin, which stands for synaptic integrity. It increases during the disease. We saw a reduction, and the same is with an inflammatory marker, YKL-40, increases also with the disease. We saw a reduction. We applied then the EEG, and in the EEG there are characteristic waves which are up or down with the disease, and we have a significant reduction of a wave called theta wave and an effect on the alpha wave, which all go towards an improvement. And the same then is with cognitive tests. We applied the neuropsychological test battery and see in two tests an improvement. One is significant, the other goes in the right direction. So all in all, it's a proof of mechanism, it's a proof that pyroglutamate-Abeta is synaptotoxic, and it gives us a lot of information and thoughts how to go forward.
So one of the challenges, though, in the sort of the Alzheimer's space is that there have been these targets, but it's whether or not it actually has it's clinically meaningful in terms of if you do something about it, it actually is going to improve the condition of the patient. So, where in the sort of the targets you got, what sort of proof of principle do you have that this actually might be, clinically meaningful?
I mean, we have a lot done validating it in preclinical models. The transferability to human or to patients is limited, we know that, but you need to do animal work first. And then this is the first proof of principle or early proof of principle by seeing these early signs of efficacy, and we address really a spectrum of conditions towards improving the conditions. It is an early trial. It was a 3-month treatment, which is not so long in the Alzheimer's space. Disease-modifying treatments go for 12 or 18 months in the clinical setting. So 3 months is really low, but we saw early signs of efficacy. We are happy about that, and we need to build from there the entire clinical program.
And the clinical program, this is something you're doing on your own? Is that
We are preparing. As I said, we have learned a lot. We apply that for designing next studies. We have reported that we are initiating the preparation of 2B, and you can imagine that's a lot of work to do.
And a lot of money as well.
And a lot of money if you then execute on it. And we plan 2 studies: an EU study using the network we have from the previous study, and the US study. And they address different topics of tolerability and dosing and efficacy. And we at the same time have also announced that we are in ongoing discussions with pharma on a possible collaboration. I need to say that we have a complementary approach, which is a pyroglutamate-Abeta specific antibody who targets it. We call the small molecule a prevent formation of the modified Abeta. We call the antibody capture and clear. These are 2 different mechanisms. The antibody is preclinical, and we have talks around that too. So that's the situation, and it would be, of course, an advantage to have a partner, and we discuss partnering discussion. We discuss also financing just now.
Right, so you're talking to both investors and potential partners.
Yeah. We are a listed company. We IPO'd the company in 2014, had several follow-up capital raises, and we use, of course, the exchange at the Euronext and the investors on both sides of the Atlantic to convince and to contribute to the further development of this program. And the focus of the company just now really is around this modified Abeta and the 2 approaches I just described.
Okay, so by the end of this year, so at this meeting next year when we meet up again, what are you hoping to be able to talk about?
We hope to be in between these execution of the trials. We hope to see at this stage, we hope to see first results or early results. We hope recruitment goes well and we can really progress with this.
Right, okay. Well, Konrad, good luck with that.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thanks.